Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with the weekly news in review for April 5th of 2020. A lot of great things going on this week. There seems to be lots of great things going on every week. There seems to be some movement. We're going to talk about all this coming up. First off, I hope everyone's doing well, and I do want to talk about Shozi and shipping, and I ordered an in-stock item, which was this McFans Toys version of Hardhead here, and it is Legends scale. It's a kind of the K oversized version of Legends, and I don't really know a whole lot about it, but the thing is, I ordered it on the 24th of March, and it is already in the States, on its way to my house, passed through customs, so it's moving fast. So if you order from them once they've shipped it, it's getting here pretty quick, so that's a good thing. I'm really excited about that, and I'm kind of excited about the figure too. It's interesting how this comes with two heads. I think all headmasters should give you an extra head in case you lose one. And getting into some more masterpiece stuff here with the Outrider, Advanced Toys Outrider. Now, on Shozi's site, I did find colored picture. I'm sure it's a digibash. I'm sure this isn't the actual coloring of how it's going to look, but I think it's fun to share. It's always fun to share. It's exciting, especially when there's not much to say going on in the Masterpiece news these days. Very short Masterpiece news section. Well, wait, the big news is Make Toys is still around. They wanted to make sure that they could tell us they're still around by reissuing their Downbeat. Now, Downbeat's been expensive and hard to get. It was been reissued, twice now? So this will be the third one. Now, this is supposed to be a remaster, extra paint. There's supposed to be more to it. I don't really know. I mean, it looks a whole lot like mine. I don't know. Until you give them hand side by side pictures, it's really going to be hard to tell. But it looks good, and mine looks good. But you know they're doing this before the Fans Toys can get theirs out. They're going to milk the mold as much as they can. Hopefully they milk the mold with their Seekers, right? I mean, isn't that what everybody wants? Next up, we have Kang Toys and their Tantrum. And so we've seen this before, but this is color pictures, and he looks pretty good. Looks redder than a little less orange and more reddish than I was expecting, but there he is. Here he is in his robot mode. They call him Land Bull. And I think he looks good. I mean, if you're in for a stylized take on your Predaking, then this is definitely for you. I think the bot mode here looks a lot more interesting than the G1 design. And so that's kind of one of those things when it's a character I'm not really tied to. I might be interested in this because it does look that good. So we got some pictures of Fans Hobby, and this is their MB16A Machine Eagle painted. And it's interesting the paint scheme that they go with, and it's showing it next to what appears to be the Takara version of Hot Rod or Rodimus. And I don't even know what version that is. That's a silver version. That looks pretty cool. I guess I missed that release. But anyway, shows you how big he is. If you think about 9-inch Rodimus, what is this guy? 12, 13 inches? He's a big dude. And then he's got those sort of cannon things on him. So this is going to be very large. Also, here's some coloration, a different coloration of him. And this is what he looks like if he's not in the chest there with that sort of Power Master type option that they have. And so you can see this kind of feels like some of these combiners that they're making right now where you don't even have to be in there to build it. But then again, you're missing the whole front chest, so that doesn't really work. But still pretty cool, and it's interesting to see how this works and the difference in size. Looks like the prime part by itself right there is going to be about 9 inches also. So, for those of you who missed out on the Perfect Effects version of the Red Dragon for the Megatron and the Beast Wars 2, or Beast Wars Transmetal 2, that's what it is. And so anyway, if you missed out on that, like I think the JX version is awesome, but this is a bit more stylized, and a lot of people did like this one, and it does look good. And it actually is coming in about $30 cheaper, depending on where you get it, maybe $50 cheaper than the JX version. So it's pretty affordable option. And he does look all right. Here he is in his, well, this is his fighting attack dragon mode. And so, yeah, that does look pretty cool too. this is a really interesting type of version of the Megatron of the Transmetal 2. If you're in on this, if you're not, I mean, this is my favorite thing that came out of Beast Wars. So for me, it's really appealing and interesting. And for some of you, maybe it's not, but I still think it's really cool. And we have the TFC Toys Satan Leviathan, and so this is their Ripper Snapper, but it's not very big, so I guess it is a Whipper Snapper at the same time, right? Because yeah, the scale. So the scale on this thing is kind of small. I don't know how many people are really in on this scale anymore, which makes me wonder how TFC Toys is really going to move this. It does look cool, though. I am impressed with the aesthetic. I like the way it looks. So with that, the bot looks cool too. I just wish it was bigger. I mean, I don't know if TFC is going to, if anyone's going to KO oversize it, but then even the KO oversizes don't seem to be big enough. So it's one of those things that if you're in for this scale, it's probably because you have a whole bunch of other combiners that scale already in this scale, and you haven't decided, you don't really feel like you should upgrade to the bigger ones like Zeta and DX9 and X Transbots and Fans Toys. So with that, that would make a lot of sense for those people who've been collecting all along and buying this scale. It's for you. So looking into some legends, some more legends, some legendary news. Legends is getting taken over by Beast Wars. I mean, that's just all there is to it. That's the way the world is. But let's look at this here. So here is the Megatron that is made by Toy World. And this is the one that, I think this is the one that I'm going to be getting in. And it does look pretty cool. It's the Beast Wars Megatron. And now they're coming out with a metallic version. And it's just interesting because it just seems like this mold is going to be used over and over and over. But they have a Grimlock, which I guess is their metallic version. They have the one I'm getting, and then they have multiple different colors. It's really hard to keep them all straight, but we have better pictures of this metallic one. I think it looks good though. And I am a fan of metallic paint, and I do like all of that. I don't think this really works the greatest for Grimlock, but it is a pretty close stretch, so I can live with it. I guess they're calling this one Steel Lock, and there it is in its alternate mode, where it's not really the dinosaur, it's kind of like a rocket dinosaur, a rocket T-Rex. So if you already got the TE Legends scale Black Arachnia, well, they're redoing the legs to where they have joints on them, and I guess so they don't break, which they should have done in the first place. I don't know if they're going to retrofit my legs, because I've got this one and I really want legs that don't break. Mine never broken, but I could see them breaking in the future. And so really what those legs can do is this. So like, oh, it shriveled up and died on you. But I really like the way that they improve it. You know, I'm not too upset. I mean, I got the first one. I know I'm an early adopter. When you early adopt on anything, you run the risk of missing out on improvements. So, but I would like them to send me out the new legs if it's possible. And more Transarts Skateboard Gorilla. Now we got color pictures, and color pictures are so much more fun than just the non-color pictures. But here you see a ton of accessories this is going to come with, and as a Legends scale, is he Legends scale? I'm starting to wonder if he's even... I just wrote it off as Legends scale, but if he is full Masterpiece scale, that would be awesome. But Show Z has it listed as Legends scale, and I will just continue with it being Legends scale unless I see something else. I've heard some people trying to say that it's full MP scale, and I don't know. I don't agree with that. So here he is with his skateboard gorilla as the gorilla with the skateboard. The thing I like about this, look at that beautiful metallic paint. That's awesome. And you have all these different heads that go with it, these faces. That looks nice. I just really like stuff like that. I like the metallic paint. They could have cheaped out and just painted it blue, but this metallic, almost like a reflective shiny, it is awesome. And this kind of stuff makes me look forward to the Transart with the other Masterpiece figures that they have coming up, because they have some really awesome stuff coming, and I really look forward to what else this company has coming out. So what's life every week without having a little magic in it? Well, the Magic Square, we have their version of Soundwave, Robignag. Well, that's what they say on all of it. But anyway, this shows the color versions of each of the cassettes, and I'm assuming it's all coming as a set. It's all coming together. Look how good these figures look. I just think Magic Square does a good job. And the last week we looked at the New Age one, which looks good. It looks good. I still feel like Magic Square is for me. It's where I'm at. I've got it pre-ordered. This is mine. This is what I want. I'm looking forward to it. And man, look at all those cassettes. It's going to be a lot of fun. The DX9 cassettes were not good. This will be great. And here we are with the boombox mode, and it looks good. I like it. I like it. It looks super G1 to me. And again, I really think that Magic Square should take a handful of their molds and take a shot at more Masterpiece. I think they would win. I think them, and then of course, New Age could do the same thing, but Magic Square's already proven their success with their Prime, so why not take a stab at it with a couple other characters? So I've got some pictures of some Siege figures that are getting reused. And this is strange. This is a lot of stuff this week of reuse. Now, we know this is going to be for the Netflix series, so it's got the repaint. And you can see the difference between the repaint on the left and on the right is the original, so we can see all of that good stuff. We also get a group shot of a bunch of these guys right here. Here they are, looking like they have a group shot. And then you've got Megatron. Now, for some reason, I thought I saw this picture last week. I think I shared it. I might have. But we're just getting to see that they're doing different paint schemes. I do like this paint on this Megatron the best. Even better than their Toon version. So it's kind of like, well, I've already got a Megatron. And there's different mold coming. So there's so many options for the Megatron. Oh, but let's give you another option. Okay, so here's this Megatron option, which is a reuse of their Galvatron from the Titan Returns Galvatron, and this is going to be a Takara Tomy Mall special, I believe, and it looks cool. It looks cool. It looks like Megatron, even though it's got the Galvatron. You can turn him into this ship, and that's interesting, but I wonder if you're actually going to be able to turn him into a tank. And as you can see right here, it shows that he can turn into a tank, so that's definitely a thing that it better be able to do, right? Is that a thing it can do? It can do it. So with all this mold reuse, they're just gonna reissue the Decepticon clones, just the Wingspan and Pounce. They're gonna reissue them as Earthrise. So they're gonna be labeled Earthrise. You're getting the two legends, so hopefully it's only $20 for the set. Right, so I guess this is, I don't know how they're going to price it or how it's going to go, but anyway, they're getting reissued, and I got mine as a set like this, but I'm just starting to wonder, like, how deep back are they going to go and start calling it Earthrise? I think they were good figures. They're fine, they're good, but I thought we were getting all new stuff. Anyhow, for those who missed out, it's kind of cool. But then we get another 2-pack. We're going to be getting this Seeker 2-pack, a Voyager class 2-pack. So I'm wondering about the price on this. So what you looked at before was two $10 figures, so it should have been $20. Now it's two $30 figures, so it's going to be $60. Do we know? Do we know? But this is a much better 2-pack. And everybody's going to want both of these guys, so packing them in makes so much more sense than sticking these in with a bunch of junk that nobody wants, like they did in Siege. So I like this. And we're seeing a blue camo version of the Studio Series Blackout. And again, it looks like Blackout. It looks pretty cool. It looks bigger for some reason. I didn't catch why it's bigger, but maybe this is this. Well, I don't know. The Studio Series one. Studio Series is usually smaller, but this is a pretty big boy. And here's the helicopter mode, and it shows it a lot bigger. It's just interesting. So this is compared to, I thought it was compared to the same mold, but now I'm starting to wonder. But anyway, yeah, it does look good. Wrapping up some mainline stuff, we've got actual in-hand color pictures of this Devastator. This seems to be taking a millennium to make for some reason. This thing, okay, I have to admit, it looks so much better than the original. I do like the colors of it. I just think it looks for a mainline, it looks good for a mainline. So my other question to everyone else is, what looks better? Now, I like the size of the Devastator on the right, and I like the color and the look. The one on the left is the movie one, and it's significantly shorter, as you can see. And if you look at the price tag, I think the one on the right, well, the one on the right's actually not the standard one. It's actually a different one. It looks like the exclusive one with the shiny stuff on it, but more along the lines of an exclusive, so a little bit more expensive. But if you look at the price of these two, still the one on the left is going to cost a lot more in the end. All right, Super 7 has some really awesome stuff going on here, and here we are with their Mirage, and he looks good. I mean, it just seems like they're cranking these out, and the pictures pop up. It's almost like next week we're going to get 4 more pictures. That might be the way it is. Okay, anyway, here he is on the card back, and that's really what sells this, and he's got this little disappearing square that goes around him, so looks really good. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that, you know, retro collectors kind of like myself. Like, I'm a sucker. This is a good looking Shockwave. I like the Shockwave, and I know that I have some Legends ones, but this would be a good Legends. I mean, this would look good on your Legends shelf. Doesn't transform, but yeah, it would look good. 5 POAs. Here he is with the card back, and of course that's beautiful artwork and feels so retro. I like this kind of stuff. This is what it is. Now Alpha Trion looks pretty cool. He looks like he's got a vinyl cape, kind of like this vintage Star Wars figures. You got a vinyl cape Jawa and Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi and all that stuff. So Leia had her vinyl cape. So with all that, it's got a vinyl cape. That's interesting. It's cool. It does look like Alpha Trion. I do have the Impossible. I'm pretty happy with the Impossible Toys ones, which are about this scale. And here he is on the card back, which is one of those things we never got back in the day, back in G1. It's something that's really awesome to have now, and have it in this form. Astro Train. Here's Astro Train looking good. I mean, he looks super tuned. It's like right out of the cartoon. 5-point of articulation. Has a gun. It works. Here he is on his card back, and it looks good. I like this. I mean, I know this isn't for everybody, but I do personally like this, and I'm a sucker going to be in on all this set. So since we didn't get TFCon Orlando, or didn't TFCon Chicago, coming up, and this was already in the works, but it's coming out October 23rd to 25th, and hopefully it does happen. I mean, I would hope that we're through all this stuff by then, and trying to get back to normal. Life is normal, business as usual. We'll see. Okay, big week of Star Wars news. Some really awesome stuff. There's going to be a carbonized Boba Fett, and I think the carbonized stuff is just really cool. What they've been doing with the carbonized is outstanding, and I didn't really get into it at first. Now I'm realizing how awesome it is. Here it is in the packaging, and with the whole carbonized series, the packaging is every bit as important and interesting as the figure itself, and it just looks awesome. Now, I pre-ordered this one from Dark Side Toys, but you have to pay 100% up front for everything, but if you pre-order so much, it's all free to ship, so I didn't have to pay shipping on it. So I think that was a pretty good deal. I was pretty happy I jumped on it, because it seems like it's going to be something impossible to get once it's out. Next up, same place. I pre-ordered this there too, and this is the Carbonized Stormtrooper, and I probably should have got a second one. This thing is going to be cool. It's going to be like silver. It's going to be awesome. My thing is, I got so many Stormtroopers, I didn't think I would need to get a second, but I probably will. If I place another order, I'll add it on, but Dark Side Toys, I mean, I'm not promoting them. I'm just saying I got it there, and I found it because my buddy told me about it, because Entertainment Earth was running out, so they've sold out. Okay, look in here with, this is what he looks like out of the box, out of the packaging, with his silver, and it got some blue accents on the helmet right there on the sides. It looks really cool. Comes with 2 guns. It's an oldie, but an okay. The biggest complaint I'm hearing too is that people feel like this mold needs to get updated. We need to update a Stormtrooper mold. And for Black Series 6-inch also, it's a trap. You're going to get trapped. Your wallet's going to get trapped. My gosh, there's a lot of good stuff coming out. And so here we are with Admiral Ackbar. Now, Ackbar did come out with a different costume and uniform, all that stuff back in the day, and I got that one on like a Super Toys R Us clearance deal, but I'm not going to get a clearance deal on this guy. Looks good. That's what, when I think of Admiral Ackbar, this is what I think of. This is, what is he, a Mon Calamari or something like that, and this looks great. It really does justice to the Return of the Jedi, and if you're a collector, this is a character that is, it's a whole lot of fun, and the whole community has fun with this guy. Staying in 6-inch for a bit, we do have 2 reveals this week about the Beskar armor version of the Mandalorian, and on the left is SH Figuarts and the right is Black Series. So you get to see both of them, and they both look good. SH Figuarts is going to be more expensive, and I know when I have them in hand, I'm going to feel and understand why, you know, if I ever had them both in hand. But I actually like Hasbro's look better, but I know that what they do with SH Figuarts is just so awesome. It's like next level kind of stuff. SH Figuarts also has a Baby Yoda coming, and I didn't get the price. I couldn't find the price on Baby Yoda, but so their Mandalorian figure, the Beskar Mandalorian, was $71. I don't know how much this guy is, but 71 versus what you're getting with the Black Series of 20. I forgot to talk about that one, but this guy will probably more likely be, you know, at least 30 or 40 bucks. But pretty cool looking. Has his little carrier with it. And last in Black Series, we have this Ewok, and I think it's Tebow. I didn't get the name. Tebow, yeah. The thing is that the reason they're starting with this one, this Ewok, they're probably going to make a handful of Ewoks, and probably save Wicket for the end, because Wicket is kind of like the main, most exciting Ewok. Everybody always wants Wicket, so making something other than Wicket at first actually is a pretty smart move. And if you're going to have a shelf with a handful of Ewoks on it, it'd be nice to get some of them out there. Eventually they're going to see how well this one sells, because it's not the main one, I guess you could say. But I think he does look good. So we have a Clone Commander Wolf in the Vintage Collection, the 3 3/4 inch coming, so that looks cool. I know that right now we are seeing a resurgence of clone hype. People are excited about clone stuff, whether it's the ships or the clone figures, all themselves, but I am actually shocked we haven't seen more. I really thought we would see Hasbro just pushing clones out left and right, so not a surprise that we see Commander Wolf, but I'm surprised we're not seeing more. Now we also have this K2SO figure, which I thought was pretty cool, I think it's from Rogue One. Yeah, from Rogue One. And this is going to be the 3 3/4 inch. It's going to be the Vintage Collection. It's going to be the hyper-articulated kind of thing, and it's going to have a card back. There are no pictures of what any of these new reveals for the Vintage Collection look like on the card back, but I do look forward to that. What do you guys think about this week's weekly news in review? What else is going on out there that I missed? Because I really want to know, and I like to know what's going on. I like to be kept in the know. And I try to keep you guys in the know, so like and subscribe. Cut your hair hanger out.